Hello guys, this is Ranger Gamer 06. How's everyone doing today? Uh, Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, give it a thumbs up, and hit that notification button so you guys won't miss a video. Alright guys, so this is the Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive Volume 2. Today we're going to the last part of this book, Final Fantasy 9. Uh, it says here, Final Fantasy that went back to the franchise's roots. Very true. What it means by that is, the first six Final Fantasy games had like a little, like a medieval feel, like airships and stuff. And this game brings it back because, Final Fantasy 7 and 8 uh, takes place in the future, kind of, while this one goes back to how the first six Final Fantasy looks. Uh, Came out 2000 originally. This was the last game to be on the PS1. And for a while, I didn't care much for this game because I was so used to the theme from 557 and 8. And I remember playing this one and I just wasn't for sure about it. But now, years later, I played again. I remember I bought it on the PS4. Uh, God, maybe about 2017 when I got it, and I played it like really, really played. I mean, I really sat down and played it. Uh, but this time I played it right, and when I did, I fell in love with this game. I don't know why I didn't like it before, but now I just love it, and it's probably my. And I've said this before, but it is my second favorite Final Fantasy game now. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm actually playing this right now on the Nintendo Switch. I'm on disc 3, as a matter of fact. And there's your main protagonist. Quotes. This is a very good game. Uh, as a kid, when I first played this, now keep in mind, I was in my teens when I played this. I was still in high school, and I would use Game Shard, to get through the game. And I cannot believe how how badly I played. I didn't even like play the mini game or anything, and I just uh played through it, just to fun on the story. So yeah, but now I put the right way, and this scene right here is pretty funny. He touches her bottom, and that's really funny. Now this right here, it's got more of a humor in it. It's not serious like 7 and 8. It's got more of a kind of comedy, sort of, in a way. Don't want to focus. There we go. Vivi. He's a good character. He's a black mage. That's him right there. Yeah, I just love this game. And just like 7 and 8, I also have the soundtrack to it. Yeah, this right here is trance. Uh, it's sort of like Limit Break from Final Fantasy 7. But in Final Fantasy 7, how you take so many hits, like every time you take damage, your limit bar fills up, correct? Well, uh, this is the exact same thing, except you go in a trance and it kind of like changes your character's appearance. It doubles their attack. Like for example, Vivi, uh, or anyone who has magic, like her, Eiko or Aiko, Vivi, uh, they can, like, this is her trance. Uh, they can do like double magic damage. Like for example, Vivi can use magic twice. Uh, it will say double black magic whenever he's in trance mode. So it's very, very nice. Steiner. Yeah, as you can see, this is like back then, like the 1700s. His transfer is really cool. I like that. And the first time I ever seen without his helmet on, that's weird. It looks like Buzz Lightyear right there from Toy Story. Freya, she's like a dragoon, like Kane from Final Fantasy IV. Really cool character. Mm. Yeah, like Final Fantasy 7, 8, how, you can use a summon. Well, if you look at the old Final Fantasy game, only certain characters were just summons. Well, here, it's the same thing. Only Eiko or Aiko, how you pronounce her name, and Garnet, aka Dagger, they're the only two characters that can use summons. This character is very useful. Throughout the game, she has the ability to eat. Now, if she's a trance, it will say cook. Uh, what it does, if you weaken the enemy enough, she will eat it and gain their ability, and it's called blue magic. And they're very, very useful. I think where I'm at in this game, I think I need like 2 or 3 more blue magic, and I'll have it complete. What's very interesting, her and another character, this guy, him and Aiko, whatever, you don't get these characters until disc 2. I remember when I first played this game, I freaked out because I thought maybe I missed them. So I thought, maybe they were like optional characters, like how Vincent and Yuffie were in 7. But no, in this one, you get the last 2 characters on disc 2. Because, like in most, Because, like Final Fantasy 7 8, you get everybody on disc one. Kuja, the main antagonist, in a way. Or at least the game wants you to think so. I'm not a real big fan of this character, to be honest. I mean, he kind of like Sephiroth. I don't know. I just never really cared much about Kuja. Although his trance, which you're looking at right now, looks very cool. The red fur. And his expressions. Sorry, my phone doesn't want to focus. Yeah, he gets on a white dragon. That's him in his transform. And he has a bunch of minor characters. Baku. He's a leader. Believe it or not, he's the very, very first boss you fight in the beginning of the game. These are the members of the Tantalus. Zidane is part of this group. They're basically a group of thieves that go to Cancer Princess. That's how the game starts out. And there's a queen. That's very disturbing. I never see her neck like that. Yeah. Beatrix. It never explains why one of her eyes is covered. But she's like a general of the Alexandria army, like the females, whatever. It's just like there's the owner of Thorn. They're 88 years old. I didn't know that. Wow. These guys are creepy, let me tell you. But I can't remember what I was saying now. My bad. Jane. That's Garnet's birth mother, by the way. And once again, we got Sid, 35. He does not look 35 at all. That's really weird. That's his wife. Yeah, this game is nothing like Final Fantasy 7 8. Because you can tell just by looking at the character models, they look kind of like cartoonish. But I like it though, like it works. I just love the character. I love the story. These are the Black Waltz right there. There's three of them. There's the first one. Black Waltz 2. Yeah, stealing in this game is very, very important. And I think I went over that when I did my Final Fantasy 9 review. Uh, each boss you fight, they all each boss in this game. Now the final boss, I don't know if it counts, but each boss you fight in this game has items of steel, and it's very important because they can have a really good armor and weapons and whatnot, or good add-ons. When I say add-on, I mean like equipment that adds like status effects. That's Beatrix's army I was telling you about. And that's Steiner's army. Yeah, they've got like animal people in this game. Like not everyone is human. Like 7 and 8, but here, cause see, this is what I'm saying. It's kind of like cartoonish type, but I like it though. It works. Yeah, this is the last game or last Final Fantasy game to be on the PS1. All the townspeople right here, villagers, very nice. These green guys are they're dwarfs. Frog catching, that's one of the mini games. Here's your world map. That's the Mist Continent. That's where you start out in the beginning of the game. Locations. And that's where you're at in the beginning of the game. Alexandria. I think there's 4 nations in this game. There's Alexandria, Limblum, uh, Bermesia or Bermesia, how you pronounce that? Clera, with the giant tree. I think that's all of it. Evil Forest. That's the next location you go to after leaving the kingdom of Alexandria. Ice Cavern. That's where you fight the Black Wolf #1. Limblum Castle. I believe this kingdom is bigger than uh, Alexandria. I'm sorry if I've gone a little too fast. I'm trying to fit it in one video instead of, prevent it from 2 parts. But feel free to pause it so you guys can look at it. And I'd like to ask you guys, what is y'all's favorite Final Fantasy game and why? Like, what is your memory, of your first Final Fantasy game? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Eiffel Tree. Desert Palace. I was just there when I last put it. I had to put this last night, and that's where I left off. I just left the Desert Palace, so yeah, I'm on this 3. I'm kind of getting close to the end of the game, so there's your monsters. Optional boss right there. If you guys have not played this game, you gotta play it. It's really good. These are the friendly creatures, by the way. That's also a mini game. I forgot how many there are, but they will ask for ore. Some will ask for like moonstone, depending what it is, the items, and they'll say thank you. So don't attack them because I can't remember if you attack them they won't come back. I don't know. Uh, yeah, this game is full of mini games like 7 and 8. But anyway, when I was talking about the friendly creatures throughout the world, and of course you want to use a walkthrough because I can't remember where they're all at. Uh, Red Row, that's a queen ship. But anyway, you give items like ore, moonstone. I think one asks for a diamond. And they'll say thank you, and then they'll give you a name of the next creature, but they don't tell you where it's at though. So walk through is your best friend. This is what I'm talking about. All these airships. This is how the old Final Fantasy games were. Because when 7 came out, which was the first Final Fantasy game to be in 3D, they went into like the future setting. So no airship or anything like that. But then when 9 came out, which we're looking at right now, uh, they brought back the airships. I think that's why I was a little iffy when I first played this game. Uh, because I wasn't used to it. 'Cause I never played the old Final Fantasy. I didn't play the old ones, until much later when I was in high school. All these summons. The are at the boss fight. Kind of challenging, but not too bad if you know what you're doing. Weapons. Like Zidane has, like Cloud has a buster sword and Skull has the gunblade. Zidane has two different weapons. He drops his daggers, and then later on you start getting these swords. That's the one I have right now, Angel Bliss. That's what I got. And that's his final weapon right there, ultimate weapon. The same name as Cloud's weapon. Steiner's swords. The mage's weapons. Very cool. That's Freya's weapons. Amaranth, he got claws. Very nice. I think this is staff, yeah, for Vivi. Quinn is like girl that does the cooking thing, and that's her weapon. It's a giant fork. Right now, she's got this one equipped, Bistro Fork. And I think you get her weapons by doing that frog catching mini game. The mini games, you really want to do it because it offers great rewards. So do not skip it if you ever play this game. It is tedious, but well worth it. Traps and other mini games. That one was really tense. I just did that last night, as a matter of fact. There we go. I remember when I first played that part, I was struggling. I kept messing up. This is a sealed castle. And this is Skygate. I love that. It's really beautiful. Yeah, beautiful game. I mean, just graphic was just beautiful. Love the music. Uh, you know, great characters, great story. I love it. I never thought this would end up being my second favorite Final Fantasy game, but it is. Memories. Ragtime Mouse. Another mini game. You gotta like answer this question. You know, he does like quizzes. I think there's 16 questions, and he threw out the forest, all the creators that did this games. So what games they did. Very nice. Who's all excited for Final Fantasy 16? Which is very interesting because it looks like that it might be in a medieval setting. So I cannot wait to see how it turns out. But I'm mostly excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. The staff. Alright, guys, there you have it. That is Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive, Volume 2, Cover 7, 8, and 9. I love this book, and in my spare time, I'm really going to just sit down and just read it through, in my own spare time. But I just kind of want to show you briefly what this book has to offer. If you like what you see, I'll put a link down in the description box. You can get this for like $40. I think it's a good deal. I mean, you get a lot of stuff in here. I think it's worth the money. This is a Raging Gamer 06, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope maybe this makes you guys want to buy this book. I mean, this is a must-have for any Final Fantasy fan or RPG fans in general. Subscribe to my channel. Please hit that like button for me. Uh, give it a thumbs up and hit that notification button so you guys won't miss a video. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great week. And yeah, you guys have a good one. Bye.